What's going on, guys? Good morning. Friday morning, the 19th of August. We're going to take a look at Casper this morning. We are going to take a look at Bitcoin this morning, share a couple levels, give you my thoughts, and get this video out there as soon as we can. It's 5:02 in the morning on the East Coast. So taking a look at Casper real quick, down 11.9%. We were down quite a bit more. So if you watched yesterday's Casper video, the price at the time was at 310, slightly above it. I think it was slightly above it or slightly below it, but that was an area of potential support. So far that has broken. And then we had mentioned if they were really going to step on the market, the next price level we have below the market was 284. And you can see so far we are back above 284. So far that is support. Doesn't mean it's going to close there for the day. Doesn't mean any of that. But right now it's support. And that's an area that we could see the price find support there. The reason why I say that is because we have a support 1 right there at the 26th of July. We have this big candle here on the 13th of July. And then we have a bunch of other candles within here that found support at that line. So not that 310 wasn't any more valid than it is at 284, but there is a lot of support right around this 284. So we'll see. We'll see if that's where the price is going to stop. Let me come back to Casper. Let me go over to Bitcoin. If you guys have not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. Join us here. Join in the comments. Share your thoughts. Talk to the other traders in the comment section. Greatly appreciate it. Real quick over at Bitcoin. Looks like Bitcoin is down currently 6.2%. So we have, and I'll go back to Casper like I said. Bitcoin, we have a couple levels as well. So let me zoom in here. So we have a level at 22,183.70. So similar to Casper, that first level of support so far hasn't held and didn't hold for Bitcoin either. We have another level below for Bitcoin at 20,933.05. So that is right here. Let me put the arrow right there and I will circle. So we had some support at that same area back in the 26th of July. I believe that was the same date for Casper as well, finding support. Casper is actually below this level. Bitcoin has not quite gotten to that level yet. So if we real quick, let me go to Casper and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this area right here, 284, is very similar. Obviously different price and different product, but you can see that is the wrong chart. Let me go back to Bitcoin. You can see Bitcoin not quite down to that level. Let me clean up this a bit. And so that's all short-term stuff. Longer-term price target for Bitcoin to the downside, if that's the way it's heading, I have a price target way down here at 13,622.98. Doesn't mean it's going to get there, but that is a potential area based on this entire rising wedge here. That puts us down from where we're currently trading at today. Let's see, 13,622, 13,630. Call it another 37% to the downside. So that would be about, let's see, That's 8,000 points lower, down to 13,622.98. So another 37% to the downside. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but I'm putting it out there. And if it does happen, that's an area, 13,622.98, that you can look for Bitcoin to find a bottom in and around that area. We'll see what happens. We could bounce today. We could bounce off 20,933. We could bounce off 22,183.70 and head higher. As you can tell from the right-hand side of my screen, there is a lot of red in the markets right now. So we will see what happens. Like I said, the stock market, a little bit overbought, looking for a cooling off period. Cryptocurrency market, maybe some assets were a little overbought, but basically Bitcoin and Casper and XRP basically have been doing nothing, chopping around, finding resistance at their upper levels. And, they're just getting pulled back with Bitcoin as usual. All right, back to Casper. Let me get rid of this over here. So Casper, it tried many times to get above this 363 and couldn't do it. And then, that's it. It got pushed back down and headed to our lower targets. So far, 284 is a support area right there. So, whether you dollar cost average or you are going to take, whatever targets you want to use and accumulate shares, either way is not right nor wrong. It's up to you. A lot of traders will dollar cost average on the way down, dollar cost average on the way up, depending on, whatever way you want to do it, and blah, blah, blah. So, as the price continues lower, you could be dollar cost averaging at these different targets. But of course, not financial advice. The price could keep going lower. Might not stop at any of my targets. Let's throw the fibs up there. And I think the 50% retracement we might have actually hit that today based on this move. Let's see here. It's actually lower. So if I zoom in here, get back to this. So the 50% retracement. So we actually bounced off. We basically bounced off this 618 fib, which is this line right here. We're back above my support level at 284. We're still below the 50% fib level, which is at 295, which is right here. So that is the fibs on the chart. Now, taking a further step back, I showed you that lower Bitcoin price, the potential price that Bitcoin could drop to, and that was down at 13,622. So if we go back to Casper, now if Bitcoin were to do that, we have a much lower price target for Casper as well if it followed suit. And I will show you that now. So we have that down at 129. So down here at 1 cent would be the Casper price target if Bitcoin were to head down 37% to that 13,622, I believe it was, level. So that would put Casper down much, much lower at, let's see, what was that, 129. So basically right there, that'd put Casper down 55%, way down in there. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, guys, but if we are looking at this whole structure here, this rising wedge, and if this thing were to play out fully and none of these support areas on the chart, 174, 212, 224, where we're at now, 284. None of those were to hold, and the downtrend continued. And Bitcoin went all the way down to 13,000. You could see a Casper at 129.0129, 1 cent, 55% below the market. So just sharing those levels with you guys. That's just going off the price and this rising wedge. So we will see what happens here. Like I said, if you listen to Kevin Cage, one of many traders, let me clean this up here. A lot of them will dollar cost average on the way down, assuming they believe in the project or they like, whatever, the chart. And that's just one of many ways to do it. So if we're heading down 55% lower, you can think of it as and this is not financial advice, you can think of it as it's a Casper cryptocurrency store-wide, market-wide sale. Anywhere from where we're at today, which is 11.6%, 11% to 55% store-wide sale over X amount of time. So, could the price do something like this in a day or two? It definitely could. It really depends how much they want to step on the market. We've seen Bitcoin down many, many, many thousands. I think I recall seeing Bitcoin down $10,000 plus one time. You go back to the chart and take a look. So before you know it, you could be down there. So you could think of it as a market-wide sale if that's what you're into. If you're into buying dollar cost averaging to the downside when the market's down, things are on sale, and you're not buying green candles. Not financial advice. There's advantages to buying weakness. There's advantages to buying strength. Whatever fits the way you like to trade, your personality, whatever. I'm just sharing my lower targets down here. And according to Bitcoin, at that super low target based on the rising wedge, Bitcoin 13,000, Casper 129. Now, of course, that could change. Today could be a bottom. We have a nice candle after today's close. That's bullish. And that could be it. We could be heading back to the upside. And I will have much higher than where we're at now, price targets. So, and I will share those with you guys after today's candle close, and we'll be back. So, like I said, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and consider doing so. As always, not financial advice, just the way I look at the charts, the way I calculate my targets, and some of my thoughts. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Share the video, hit the like button, helps get this video in front of other like-minded individuals who are looking for Casper and whatnot. Check out our links in the video description. Help support the channel. Got some pretty cool investing merchandise, stickers, and some pretty cool t-shirts over there. And appreciate it. I'll be back later with another video. All right, guys. Have a great Friday. Heading into the weekend here. Let's see what happens with the markets across the board. Markets in the red, as we expect. A little overbought and bumping some heads in resistance for some of these cryptos. All right, guys. Take care.